Он здесь!
So this is really interesting. John literally has Yosef in his sights here, but decides not to pull the trigger. John wants to terrify Yosef before killing him, which is why he lets him stew in fear for a moment before executing him, and he can literally see the fear in his face. And this is because Yosef immediately enters the freeze response, as his amygdala recognizes the threat. He then expresses a globus response, swallowing due to extreme muscle tension in his throat brought on by his defense mechanism being activated. And John literally fails his mission here because he let his own emotion get in the way, allowing time for the hidden guard to interrupt. John is being entirely driven by emotion here, and this shows in his nonverbals. He is fixated on Yosef, which causes a massive reduction in his situational awareness. This is even visualized here when the music fades and the scene shifts into slow motion, which is what's called attentional narrowing. This helps when focused on a threat, as it reduces cognitive load and reduces reaction time. But Yosef isn't a threat here, the guards are the threat. His brain is prioritizing the wrong target, creating a dangerous blind spot, nearly resulting in him being shot. So John is again expressing hyperfixation here, and the cinematography reflects this. The view of Yosef is in normal speed, with the camera shaking and appearing disorientated, whereas John is seen in entirely slow motion, controlled and composed. And Yosef is fully in the fight response here, experiencing extreme sympathetic arousal as his defense mechanism floods his body with adrenaline. John, on the other hand, is composed, but still operates with narrowed attention, locking his eyes onto Yosef. Yosef is reacting like prey, whereas John is moving like a predator.
Food! He's here! He's fucking here! He's there! He's coming!
So it's this part of the scene where we really get to see John's experience come through. As he enters the room, he performs rapid head movement, driven by the superior colliculus, as a form of threat scanning. And after killing the final guard on the floor, John deliberately pauses for a second to reorient himself. Fighting causes the brain to restrict its attention on the immediate threat, resulting in disorientation from the surroundings. And John consciously pauses to reassess the situation before moving on. It's to stop him from making mistakes. So we can see John frozen here, but this is not part of the freeze response. When in the fight response, the basal ganglia system in the brain restricts all non-essential motor output to reduce visual profile and also increase focus. He then performs conscious point checks, systematically scanning for threats, but he looks almost robotic here due to the reduced motor output. So after being shot and when returning fire, John expresses extreme facial tension and also bites his jaw down, and this is called bruxism and is part of gate control theory. John is in a whole load of pain and reacts with extreme muscle tension, which also manifests in his jaw. The biting creates proprioceptive feedback that helps block the pain signals from being transmitted to the brainstem, reducing the pain sensation that he feels. Getting shot releases a flood of adrenaline into his system, spiking his sympathetic arousal, causing him to express rapid head movement as well as shout. He has now lost his composure and is a mess of chemicals. And what happens next is effectively a brawl.
Victor's dead.
So both John and Kirill are in a state of extreme arousal here, with John in significant pain after being shot. He is losing control of the situation fast, and we can see strong facial and jaw tension showing extreme sympathetic arousal. Under this level of stress, activity in the prefrontal cortex is reduced, impairing his decision-making ability and impeding fine motor control, which is why John loses here. He loses his composure. It's a really detailed and well-acted scene that shows John's obsession with revenge compromising his mission.